You need to watch this if you struggle with understanding the rise of ancient Egypt. This video will take you on a journey through time, unraveling the mysteries of how a group of nomadic tribes transformed into one of the most powerful and enduring civilizations in human history. From the humble beginnings of small farming communities to the grandeur of the pharaohs, we'll explore every step of this incredible evolution. How did a bunch of farmers along the Nile become the mighty pharaohs? The story is as fascinating as it is complex. It all starts with the Nile River, the lifeblood of Egypt. This river was not just a source of water, it was the foundation upon which the entire civilization was built. The Nile's predictable flooding cycles created fertile land, perfect for agriculture, which in turn supported a growing population. Our story kicks off over 5,000 years ago along the Nile River. Imagine a time when the land was divided into small, independent communities, each with its own customs and leaders. These early Egyptians were primarily farmers, but they were also skilled in other crafts, such as pottery and weaving. They lived in simple mud brick houses and relied heavily on the Nile for their survival. This wasn't just any river, it was Egypt's secret weapon. The Nile provided a reliable source of water in an otherwise arid landscape. Its annual floods deposited nutrient-rich silt onto the land, making it incredibly fertile. This allowed the early Egyptians to grow an abundance of crops, which in turn supported a growing population and led to the development of more complex societies. Thanks to its predictable flooding, the Nile provided super fertile soil, perfect for growing wheat, barley, and flax. These crops were not only essential for food, but also for trade. The surplus produce allowed the Egyptians to engage in trade with neighboring regions, exchanging goods and ideas. This trade network helped to spread Egyptian culture and influence far beyond the borders of the Nile Valley. Early Egyptians were farming champs, laying the economic foundation for greatness. They developed advanced irrigation techniques to control the flow of water from the Nile, ensuring that their crops received the right amount of water at the right time. This agricultural expertise allowed them to produce a surplus of food, which supported a growing population and led to the development of more complex social structures. But wait, there's more. They didn't just farm, they organized. As the population grew, so did the need for organization and leadership. Early Egyptian communities began to form larger political units, eventually leading to the creation of two distinct regions, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. These regions were ruled by local chieftains who oversaw the distribution of resources and maintained order. Leaders, laws, a shared culture, and religion started to form. The early Egyptians developed a complex belief system centered around a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each associated with different aspects of life and nature. They built temples and created elaborate rituals to honor these deities, believing that their favor was essential for the prosperity of the land. This shared religion helped to unify the people and create a sense of common identity. Fast forward to 3100 BCE and enter Narmer, the first pharaoh to unite Upper and Lower Egypt, kick-starting the Old Kingdom. Narmer's unification of the two regions marked the beginning of a new era in Egyptian history. He established a centralized government with a capital at Memphis, creating a strong and stable state that could undertake large-scale projects and defend its borders. Think pyramids and centralized government, folks. The Old Kingdom is often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids because of the monumental structures built during this time. The most famous of these is the Great Pyramid of Giza, constructed for Pharaoh Khufu. These pyramids were not just tombs. They were symbols of the pharaoh's divine power and a testament to the organizational and engineering skills of the ancient Egyptians. Pharaohs like Hatshepsut, Akhenaten, and Tutankhamun ruled during the New Kingdom, the peak of Egyptian power. The New Kingdom was a time of great prosperity and cultural flourishing. Pharaohs expanded Egypt's borders through military conquests and established trade routes that brought wealth and exotic goods into the country. They also built magnificent temples and monuments, many of which still stand today as a testament to their greatness. Egypt expanded through conquests, trade, and diplomacy. The pharaohs of the New Kingdom were not just warriors, they were also skilled diplomats. They forged alliances with neighboring states and established trade networks that extended as far as the Mediterranean and the Near East. This period saw the height of Egyptian influence and power, with the empire reaching its greatest territorial extent. Ramses II, aka Ramses the Great, left a lasting legacy with his military victories and grand projects. Ramses II is often regarded as one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. He led numerous military campaigns to secure Egypt's borders and expand its territory. He also undertook massive building projects, including the construction of the temples at Abu Simbel and the Ramesseum. His reign marked a high point in Egyptian art, architecture, and culture. From art to science, their contributions are timeless. The ancient Egyptians made significant advances in various fields, including medicine, astronomy, and engineering. They developed a calendar based on the cycles of the moon and the sun, which was remarkably accurate. They also made strides in medical knowledge, performing surgeries and developing treatments for various ailments. Their achievements in art and architecture continue to inspire and awe people to this day. Ancient Egypt rose thanks to innovation, strong leadership, and a deep love for their land and gods. Amazing, right? The story of ancient Egypt is a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the ability to adapt and thrive in challenging environments. The Egyptians' deep connection to their land and their gods provided the foundation for a civilization that lasted for over 3 millennia. Hit like, subscribe, and drop your favorite Egyptian fact in the comments. Whether it's the mystery of the pyramids, the grandeur of the temples, or the fascinating stories of the pharaohs, there's so much to explore and learn about ancient Egypt. Your engagement helps us bring more exciting content to you, so don't forget to share your thoughts and questions. Until next time, stay curious. The journey through history is never-ending, and there's always something new to discover. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep your sense of wonder alive. Ancient Egypt is just one chapter in the vast story of human civilization, and there's so much more to uncover. Thank you for joining us on this adventure, and we look forward to exploring more with you in the future.